Hello and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Um, what did we do last time? We talked to Lily and... Oh no, we ran into... What's her name? Emmy?
Emmy.
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 That's right. Yeah, I like Emmy so far.
She's an interesting character.
And then we went out towards Lily's classroom, from what I'm reading.
Yeah, we're walking her back to her class.
As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me.
Yes, Sal, thank you for sharing lunch with us today.
Pleasant. My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways, Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and me to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now?
Yes.
She doesn't seem like it. Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. Teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. We haven't seen this guy in a little while. However, as Hanako follows me and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. We make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. Yay!
Woo!
Wonder if it's some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of this school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. Extract is an interesting word in that situation. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person, despite the weird first impression I got. And the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he
Man,
teaches
finding
is...
school is interesting.
What's that?
I did not find school a whole ton of interesting when I was in high school. So I'm just saying, I'm just like, man, finding school actually interesting by that point.
No, school. At the time I didn't like school. I got real interested in school when I went to college. Before
Yeah.
that, school was always felt like a chore, and I always wanted to be playing video games instead.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I went home from school, I just turned on my console and started playing games. And usually I would forget to do my homework.
I think there's only a couple times I actually forgot about my homework, because even when I lived in Markleeville, Grandma would call me every single day telling me, do your homework.
Yeah. You had a different experience.
Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wanted to be playing video games all the time.
I would play game. I would fall asleep playing games.
I've never done that.
I left. I used to play Tecmo Bowl. I play that a lot, and I would fall asleep with the game system on. It would be running all night,
Oh, man.
and I did that long enough. It was during, like, when they had CD. Well, they still have CDs, but it was like at the beginning of CDs, and after a while, the disc got scratched, like in a circle,
Oh.
and it ruined it.
Damn.
However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours a day of free time. Excuse me. But they're here filling the uh, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Mojoe is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers, briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow.
What is it, Nikai?
I jump to him, addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I do after school. Teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. Twice, for some reason. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine.
You have no plans?
No, I considered joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would be interesting to me.
Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest.
I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Mojoe looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation.
Oh god, have you ever done that when like you start telling someone like something and then it turns into a lecture and you're just like, oh no. I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Oh, it's happened too many times to me. That's why I'm just saying. It's like, oh, I feel that.
You've had that happen to you a lot?
Oh yeah.
From authority figures?
Okay, authority figures and like mostly grandma. I'll tell a joke and then she'll just goes like, "You shouldn't be doing stuff like that." I was like, "It wasn't even me. This is a hypothetical situation." Okay, but don't do it. I'm just saying. It's like.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was probably her.
Yeah. It's like, ah!
I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. Talking to people and everything, so it's not that I be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive.
These things are only an issue if you make them. You could talk normally with someone even if they're blind or something.
Fine.
Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance.
It says the same thing as Yuko. Who was Yuko?
She was the librarian.
Oh, okay. I know they're right, but it's hard. She was such a minor character. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is through Misha? That's what I thought of, too. Or Hanako, it's not like you can ignore her face.
No, but by... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just reading the line. What do you have to say?
I was like, no, but by exposing yourself to these like different things, you'll get more used to them, and then they won't even be like, it won't be like, oh man, these people with disabilities. It'll become like, oh hey, that's Hanako, that's Lily, that's
That's the blind girl.
Yeah, and
That's the deaf girl.
yeah. the more you expose yourself to diversity, the less it becomes diversity and more of just like, oh hey, these are just these people.
Yeah. I would imagine that would be the way.
Yeah.
You're all stuck together in a special school where everybody's kind of different, I guess, and you get used to it, I'm sure.
Yeah, so get along or else.
Or else Batman will get you.
Yeah.
But I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open.
No! Teacher!
Of course it would be her.
Yeah, of course it would be.
He's really tall, huh? And slender.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing Misha's face looks really fat compared to his. Misha
Let's see.
What?
I'm looking up.
His height?
Yeah. Or at least I'm attempting to. What the hell? Where is he?
Not important enough.
I guess not. Does he have a first name that I just don't recognize in here? Huh. Yeah, he, under M, he's nowhere. Oh wait, category, minor characters. Hold on. Yeah, he's still not there.
He's not super important.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, let's find out his height. Well, he's taller than Hisao, and Hisao was like 5'10" or something. No, he's 5'7". He's taller than Hisao. So
yeah. Was it Lily that was like 5'11" or something, or was she 5'7"?
She's 5'7" as well.
Okay. She looks so tall. Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. What rhythm?
Whatever she's humming, I guess. I'm imagining her humming during all of this.
Okay. Mutao, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha, in general, slumps in his chair.
Same. Mikado.
Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly, as if she's sensing something from his tone, that something's wrong, but has no idea what.
Yes? We have talked about volume control before. Yes!
He doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes.
So, what is it?
What is it?
We need help. We are running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress.
Waves a pink slip. Oh, okay. I read that as pink finger. Pink slip of paper she's holding around, and I was like, what? Her finger's pink too?
She dyed her finger pink.
From dyeing your hair?
So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that?
Go gadget arm.
Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little, but that time we took, we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left. So do you know where there is some? I don't understand. How would I know? Shichan, I mean, the president thought that a teacher would know if there was any plywood. Was she wrong?
She was wrong. Mutao looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his Skull opened with blasting pop music at full volume at the same time.
I'm afraid I have no idea if there was any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. Aw, what should I do?
Way.
Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter. Don't have time, we're so busy.
Her head with both her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumples the note and she's holding against her hair.
I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we are falling behind the schedule.
Chow looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't seem to fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't.
I wonder if you could get some temporary help.
I wonder if you should get some help. Like mental help. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression, as if to try to say, go make some friends. I guess I can give you a hand.
You can? Thanks, Hee-chan. You are really nice.
Yeah, I'm really nice. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelping, ah, and looking very puzzled.
Come to think of it, what's Hee-chan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun.
Instead, I'm helping you.
We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hee-chan?
No, I'm not.
Is Hee-chan in trouble, teacher?
Believe me.
No, he's not.
Cal sighs deeply, and I feel like that I have to help Isha get her off the teacher's back. So what do you need?
Here's a list. I could try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room.
There's me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications of whether I'm joining the council or not.
Aww.
Oh, she actually thought that?
Still, Daisy John, try to be quick. We are in a stall building streak now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. He bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. They should have actually had her bouncing.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Boing, boing, boing.
Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now.
Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I leave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with the identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classrooms. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. There's a good spot to stop.
Hey, everybody.
I will say goodbye for now. Goodbye.
Bye.